Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Pom pom pom. Pom pom. Pom pom. Hello. Hello everyone. Good morning. Or good deep night if you're in the US. Wow, 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 wow. So today we're gonna work a bit on voiceovers. I built a whole website and none of you used it, and it's okay. I mean, it didn't work. It was a try, right? I tried to make a whole website where you can basically read all the voice lines, right? All the voice lines of Plane Shift, and you can actually submit your voice lines and help us to do that. But none of you did. No, well, few people did it. No, it's not true that no one. I mean, few people did it, but not enough, right? So we didn't have a big participation, and so my plan of having all the voiceovers done by you meaning you the players, pretty much faded. So now what I'm thinking is, okay, I mean, we will never be able to do it through players because they are too lazy, or anyway, they are too few, which is also a possibility. But I know there is a lot. I mean, we have like 800 plus people on Discord, right? So if those 800 people, even just 10% of them, right? So 80 people do the voiceovers. I mean, we will have the voiceovers for everything in like a month, right? So, but it's not happening. I understand. I mean, you have to realize when something is not working, and so I'm gonna do it with AI. Now, I did a few tests, and I'm still doing some testing. So we will do some additional testing today on different AI. So there are these websites, 11 Labs, Resemble AI, Replica Studios, PlayHT, and Morph AI are, to my knowledge, now if you know any other, please let me know, but to my knowledge are the ones that are more popular and more evolved for AI voiceovers. I will have to stop the music because I want to hear the samples, right? I tested a bit 11 Labs, but which in theory is, right, is one of the biggest sites, right, for this. But the problem is that the accents are very bad, right? Are very, very bad. I don't know why, but and also the emotions are very bad. So, for example, here I said, a feeble and dying man, desperate, crying, right, with an Indian accent. And the result is this.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
How is that? How is that a dying man, desperate and crying? Right? There's no way. And where is the Indian accent?
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
Okay, in this third one, at least a bit of Indian accent is actually there, right? A bit of that. I mean, not much, but a bit of that. Okay, let's try again. Let's try a young, a medieval. I don't know if medieval helps or not. Let's say a young lady. Overexcited about a bright future. Overexcited about a bright future with a Scottish accent. With the same prompt, right? Well, excited.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
Okay. I think the age is not bad. I mean, it just pitched it up a bit, right? But I think the age is not bad. Let me try also to have an age evaluation. Age. And if we finish the credits, we will pay. I mean, it's fine. I have no other way, so. Let me see voice 2.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
Okay, here the accent is not too bad.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
I mean, if I have to select any of those, I would say I probably the middle one, but I'm really not happy about the result, right? I mean, if I take the same, right, and I put it in Resemble AI is the one that I'm really thinking to choose, right? Now, the difference of this one is that I cannot give him the text, right? I cannot give him the text. And the other problem is that it's taking more time to generate, right? It's taking Sometimes it takes 2 minutes, sometimes it takes 3 minutes, sometimes it takes 30 seconds. But yeah. What fuck, I mistyped it. Excited. I mistyped it, by the way. Fuck. But it seems to me that the accents in Resemble AI are way stronger, and I really like that. Let's see.
Ah, you won't believe it. The world's just brimming with opportunities, and I can't wait to grasp them with both hands. I'm dreaming big, aiming high, and I've got this unshakable feeling that the future is as bright as the sun setting over the hills of the Highlands. With every step, I feel the magic of Scotland spurring me on, and I know I'll make my dreams come true. Let's take on the world together, shall we?
The accent is fantastic. The accent is absolutely insane in this app. The accent is insane. The accent, I mean, is a completely different, right? Compared to the to 11 Labs. I mean, there is no comparison.
Oh, I can't wait to see what the future holds. Every day's a new adventure, and I'm bursting with excitement for every moment. The possibilities are endless, and I truly believe that with a bit of hard work and a heart full of passion, we can achieve anything. So let's embrace the journey ahead together, shall we? There's a world of opportunities just waiting for us to dive in. Oh, I can't tell you how excited I am for what's ahead. The future is bright, and I'm ready to seize it with both hands. Scotland's always been my heart and soul, and it's that.
They're also kind of different between, right? Or not? Let's try to analyze the variety. Yeah, the variety or the variance. The variance. Anyway, both of these three, right?
Ah, you won't believe it. The world's just brimming with.
Oh, I can't wait to see what the future.
These two are basically identical.
Spirit that'll carry me through every adventure.
This one is different. This one is different, but these two are basically the same voice.
Opportunities, and I can't wait to grasp them with.
Future holds. Every day's a new adventure.
It's exactly the same voice.
I embark on. I've got dreams as high as Ben Nevis, and I'm ready to climb to the top.
This one is different. So I don't know if under the hood they are actually using non-generated voices, but they are using predefined voices, right? And that would be a problem because it means that the variety will be very low, right? The variety will be very low. It's true that we can do, I mean, we can also, subscribe to both sides, right? Subscribe to both sides. Now, the easy part for me is that, let me just type something here. So Indian, I would say so in 11 Labs, right? And the Scottish accent on 11 Labs, what did we say?
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
This one is basically unexisting, right? There is no accent. I mean, at least for what I can judge, there is no accent on this one.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
Just slightly better, right? Slightly better, but...
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
So I would say really so. I mean, is bad. I mean, it's not bad, but it's really so. I mean, it's really not good, right? Emotions. I think excited is good. I would say excited is good here. And on this one, excited, is this voice excited?
Come, join me on this journey, and let's make our mark on the world together.
I would say yes. I would say that the emotion is reasonable. The emotion is good. So let's say excited, good. Excited. I cannot type excited, it looks like. Age. I think the young is not bad. Also in 11 labs, I think it's basically just a higher pitch.
Hi, how are you today? I look.
Yeah, I think that the age is actually good. The age, young, we tested young, and young is good. I think on Resemble AI is probably less good than, because we said a young lady, right?
Both hands. I'm dreaming big, aiming.
It doesn't sound really young, but...
And I'm bursting with excitement for every moment.
This was not too good, in terms of...
Hi, and I've got this.
This was not too good in terms of young. I mean, at least one test that we did, this young, I would say is so-so. So it's not really the best. Okay, what other accents we need? We need Indian, we need Scottish, we need, well, American and we need Spanish, fallback Italian. We need Spanish. Okay, let's try Spanish. Maybe let's try Spanish with an old man, right? So that we test also the old age, because we don't have infinite trials, right? So we don't have an infinite test. So let's say an old man with raspy voice, an old man with raspy voice, sad and slow, an old man with raspy voice, sad and slow, with a Spanish accent. And here we can use always the same phrase, but
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of God's coming our way. What a sight that would be.
wow, this one was good. But he has zero accent. Zero. Do you feel a Spanish accent into this?
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of God's coming our way. What a sight that would be.
I don't feel any accent into this.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of God's coming our way. What a sight that would be.
This is a bit Indian.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of God's coming our way. What a sight that would be.
Nah, the accent is completely wrong. The age here is very good, I would say. The age and the raspy voice is very good. Mainly the first voice is insane. I think the first voice is very nice. The problem is that it's completely missing the accent.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of God's coming our way. What a sight that would be.
The slow, he didn't really catch it, right? But the sad and the raspy voice, he catched it a bit. Yeah, so I would say that age old is good on 11 labs. Emotion sad, I would say good. I don't know if we want to add a voice type, like is like raspy voice, right? Or clear voice, or singing voice, or yeah, let's try to do that. I don't know if we will really be able to, but voice type. So, by the way, is raspy? What is the translation of it? Because my problem is also the English, but yeah, raspy is correct. I mean, it was not great, right? It was not really raspy. It was not, but it was. I don't know if the old helped there. But still, kind of good.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of God's coming our way. What a sight that would be.
Raspy though, it didn't really pick it up. I would say, if you have to be fair with the evaluation, Raspy here was really so-so, right? So I think old was good, Raspy was so-so, sad was good, but the okay. And the Spanish is super bad. I would say the Spanish, there is no Spanish in that sample, like zero. Okay, let's try the other one. Hello, push button. Hey, welcome back. So let's try, we cannot try the same phrase, unfortunately, with this, because, but we can try the same description, right? We can try the same description. Another way that we could do it, I could ask people to donate a voice, right? So if you donate your voice, I can actually sample it. So if you send me like 30 minutes of you speaking, reading a book or reading whatever you want, this software here can actually import it, and then I could use that voice forever. Which I understand is a bit scary, right? And I think that people may not want to do that for different reasons, because obviously your voice can be used maliciously, right? There are already a lot of scammers that are calling like your mom and saying, hey, it's me, I have a problem, right? I did an accident with my car and I need money. My credit card is not working. Can you send the money to this account, right? And he's a scammer, and unfortunately is using exactly your voice, which is undistinguishable from you, and that's an issue, right? That's an issue. I understand that. I mean, like, everyone can clone my voice because it's on the internet. I mean, there are thousands of videos, so I guess my voice can be cloned 100%, right? But we could do that. I mean, if any of you wants to donate the voice, I can promise you, I mean, I can like sign a document that I will never use it for anything else than an NPC. We can choose one NPC, and whatever that NPC is saying will be done with your voice, right? That we could do, but I tried, right? I asked the community, and everyone said yes, yes, yes. Like, I have a poll, right? I have a poll where I said, oh, if there is a website where you can put your voiceovers, would you do it? And there was a lot of yes. But then no one did it. Where I built the website, the website is here somewhere. I have it. And no one actually used it, right? Which is annoying, really annoying. Well, there is one guy that used it. Voiceover. This one, right? I have a whole website dedicated to our voiceovers, and no, it's not this. I have it on the because I have it on the other browser, because usually I don't show it because it shows the who submitted it, and sometimes there is the email and such. So, but I can wait. I can. It's linked in the. Is linked in the tasks, right? And I will need that anyway soon. There it is. So there is this website, right, that I built with the instructions on how to do it, the accent, what is required. There are all the NPC responses, all the NPC quests, and you can basically select a race, like you select a Stonehammer, which is a dwarf, male. You filter for it, and you find all the so for example, Trasok, right? Trasok for us is a very iconic character. And you can view the detail of the NPC, and here you have all his answers, right? And you can add your voiceover. So so it's all here. So you can read any of that and submit the voiceover. Is the 30 minutes of reading? No, that one I didn't ask yet, because I didn't know. I mean, at that time there was no possibility to clone voices when we created that. The original idea is a few years back, and it was not possible. But now it is really possible. I mean, all these websites do it now. 11 Labs is kind of a safety option, right? So you cannot clone a voice of someone else. So meaning that they ask you to record random stuff that they ask you on the fly, so that they are sure that is you, right? They ask you like, say now 3 bananas on top of 2 donkeys, right? And you have to say that phrase. And if you don't say it, I don't know what they do. Maybe they lock the voice or whatever. So, but other websites don't, right? So you can just clone the voice of anyone you want. And usually people do it with celebrities. So you can have the voice of Trump, and then you can have him say stupid stuff like, I hate myself, right? I hate myself as Trump. That would be very nice. Yeah. Okay, now I lost what we were doing. Yes, we were doing the raspy voice said and slow with Spanish accent.
Life. It weaves a tapestry of memories, filled with bittersweet echoes of lost years. I sit here looking out the window with a heavy heart as the world moves on without me.
It seems the Spanish really is not there.
Each moment, a reminder of what once was and can never be again. Do you feel it too? This longing for a time that has slipped through our fingers.
This one is completely wrong, right? I mean, it's not a man, it's a woman, it's a woman. He's not old. It is low and sad, but he has 0 Spanish accent. So this voice is completely wrong. It's the first time that happens to me. But it's the first time it happens on this website, meaning from, the 2 hours or so that I used it. I mean, it's not that... looking at the site, that says probably the amount of info on one page. If you had more smaller pages, you get more responses. I don't know, man. I mean, what do you mean? You want me to feed one phrase to you at a time? I don't know. I mean, if someone cannot look at a page, imagine doing like 10 recordings, right? So to do a good recording, you have to try it multiple times. You have to do it with good silence around you. You have to do a noise reduction. Doing a voiceover is actually some work, right? So people cannot even read at the page. I think they have 0 chances of completing the job, 0. So I don't know. I could try to put like one phrase at a time, but I mean, the point is that you see many because you see all the ones that already have a voiceover, right? So you can see the one that you already did. So that's why you have all of them on the page, and I think that's helpful. Okay, so the voice number 1 completely fucked, like GG.
Ah, my friend, sit down. Let me tell you about the old days. The times were different, full of life and passion, but now they are but memories in the wind.
So raspy, completely missing. Sad and slow, very good. I mean, the slow is very good. The man finally got it. The Spanish accent completely missing.
Ah, my dear friends, life is a journey filled with both joy and sorrow. In the warmth of our memories, we find
the slow. I think the slow is really fucking up the voice, because it seems that they applied a filter at the beginning of this. You can hear some breaking in the voice, and it is because I think this has been slowed down programmatically somehow, and you can feel it.
Solace.
Can I restart from the beginning? No.
even as the years drift away like the autumn leaves. Let us embrace each moment.
I mean, the Spanish is completely missing. I know a lot of Spanish people, and it's completely missing. There's no Spanish in that voice. That's very bad. Pity though, because I was thinking that this website, Spanish bad. We can fall back to Italian for the Klyros race. Yeah, because the idea is that every race has an accent, right? So let me do the same. Let me remove slow. Let me add a bit more cracking. Let me add raspy and cracking voice. Let me add sad tone with, and then let's try Italian accent, right? For me, it's not very easy to judge the Italian accent because I have it myself, and so it's not super easy to evaluate if it's good or not, but I think I can anyway.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of God's coming our way. What a sight that would be.
Raspy cracking voice, completely missing. Old man, okay. Sad tone, okay. Italian accent, completely missing.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of God's coming our way. What a sight that would be.
I mean, the beginning is completely Indian. The way they do the D and the T, the D and the T, right?
Hi, how are you today?
Exactly. That today is 100% Indian.
Look at the sky to see any sign of God's coming our way. What a sight that would be.
But again, I'm not the best to judge the Italian accent, so you should tell me, guys, because I have it myself. So.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of God's coming our way. What a sight that would be.
This is better. This is definitely better.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of God's coming our way. What a sight that would be.
That is good, I would say. How does it feel to you? Try this. A frail elderly Spaniard struggle to... Okay, I will try. I don't know if you understand Spaniard, actually, but... This third one is not bad, I would say.
Mio caro. Time has flown by like a fleeting summer breeze, leaving me with memories as rich as the finest wine of our homeland. In the twilight of my years, I find comfort in the bittersweet embrace of memories, where love and loss dance together like an old Italian waltz.
Apart from the text, but raspy and cracking and old is completely missing. And Italian, I don't really feel it here at all.
Each day, I cherish the echoes of laughter, the perfume of the past that lingers in my heart. Ah, life,
maybe
with its beautiful sorrows,
very little,
has painted my soul with colors no artist could ever capture. Mio caro. Time has flown.
Mio caro. I mean, is adding Italian words in it, okay, but...
Life, it leaves its marks on us like the wrinkles on my face. I remember the days when joy was simple, but now it's lost in the shadows of a time.
This one is funny because he's using... This one is funny because he's using a stereotype of the Italian voice, which is like going up and down a lot, right? And it's kind of funny. I don't know if he's like this for real, but it's...
Each step I take, it echoes with the memories of a love and loss.
But I mean, we had in this page examples, right, of We had examples for. There is a very good website. Yeah, this one. There is a very good website with accent examples, right? And the speech archive, right? This thing. So if you go Italian, right? Let me see if I hear it, but I think I will hear it. So Italian one, Carbonia. Oh, this is by city, by the way. Wow. The only problem of this is that it was having extremely heavy accent. So like people that couldn't even speak English pretty much, right? And I mean, if you reach that level, then it's too much, right? Okay, let's try. This one is my city. This one is my city. Let's see. 22 seconds.
Please call Stella. Ask her to take these things with her from the store. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas, 5 thick slabs of blue cheese, and maybe a snack for her brother Bob. We also need a small plastic snake and a big toy frog for the kids. She can scoop these things into 3...
Pretty bad, though. I mean, pretty bad accent. I mean, also bad. The problem of this website is that these people that are not speaking good English, that's an issue. Let me try Milan. Milan female.
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas, 5 6
Yes, this
slabs
one.
of blue cheese, and maybe a snack for her brother Bob. We also need a small plastic snake and a big toy frog for the kids. She can scoop these things into 3 red bags, and we will go meet her Wednesday at the train station.
This one was slightly better, but still.
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas, 5 thick slabs of blue cheese, and maybe a snack for her brother Bob. We also need a small plastic snake and a big toy frog for the kids. She can scoop these things into 3 red bags, and we will go meet her Wednesday at the train station.
Yeah, do you feel, is any one of you native English speaker, like England or US? Can you feel here the accent that is a bit flat, right, compared to what you do the R? I mean, I think that as Italian, what we miss a lot is rolling the R's, right? We don't do that enough, and I think that this one is a good example.
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas, 5 thick slabs of blue cheese, and maybe a snack for her brother Bob.
No, but I'm saying, okay, it was clear enough. My question is, do you feel the Italian accent? Because we want the races to have an accent, right? We want the races to have an accent. And
Listen, and perhaps you will hear the melody of a Maya past, carried by the winds of a nostalgia.
I think Italian and Spanish accent, unfortunately, we cannot find them. And I cannot do the voiceover of all the NPC myself, right? But that's a problem. On the lady, yeah, it's not a heavy accent, but it's there, yeah. Yeah, I think on the lady I felt it a bit more. But here, I really don't feel it, right? So I would say my evaluation of Italian and Spanish for this website is pretty bad. Both of them. So Italian bad. Maybe just because they don't have samples, right? So it depends where they took the samples. And I can write to them, right? I can write to them and saying, hey, your Italian is bad. Can you improve it? Maybe they will improve it, right? So I mean, they need feedback. I think these people need feedback. So I think that the raspy is very bad also on Resemble AI. The old I think was okay, but
flown by like a fleeting summer breeze, leaving me with memories as rich as the finest wine.
Life It leaves its marks on us like the wrinkles on my face.
This one is super funny.
I remember the days when joy was simple, but now it's lost in the shadows of a...
But now, it speaks like Mario. It speaks like... but now, it's saying, but now. I mean, here is very... I mean, here I hear it, but I hear, you know, the stereotype one, not the real Italian accent. Because to have a real Italian accent, you have to basically fuck up all the R's, right? All the R's. And also if you're Spanish, because in Italy and Spain, we have a very strong R, right? So we really say like rosso, which is red, like red. You say red, we say red. So the R should be really strong, right? Well, I mean, you can have, but so if we say like romantic. In Italian we say romantic. So the R is strong, and the letters are basically all spelled out, right? Because this is how our language works. So we don't remove any letters. So whatever we have written, we read, right? While English people are very weird. They write stuff that then they don't read. I don't know why. I mean, it's kind of a waste of time, but yeah. But this one is
time. Each step I take, it echoes with the memories of a love and loss. Listen, and perhaps you hear the melody of my past, carried by the winds of...
But you hear carried? Carried is not Italian enough. Should be carried. The way he say that is too correct.
of nostalgia.
Butterwhy is good. Italian butterwhy. Wait. Italian butterwhy. And butter now also is very good. There's no one saying butterwhy. Okay, so let's say that I have to say that on Resemble AI there is at least one voice, right? That is on Italian, I would say mixed, right? So there is one voice, very cartoonish. I will call it cartoonish, right? And I will say butter now. But the others, but basically the others were bad, right? So we don't really have a good Italian. Okay, what else we need? We need French. Bro, French should be super easy. I mean, the French accent is so recognizable. Did you hear my recognizable with my R? The French is so recognizable. What do we say? We say, do we want to do old or young or not? Let's do a middle-aged woman with let me try musical voice and see what happens. A middle-aged French woman with musical voice and French accent. I'm putting French twice, so maybe, you know. And we will do the same on the other two.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of God's coming our way.
Come
What a sight that
on.
would be.
What is this shit?
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of God's coming our way. What a sight that
Bro,
would be.
did you ever speak with a French?
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of God's coming our way. What a sight that would be.
This one is French 0. I mean 0. Evaluation. My evaluation on this French is 0 is -3. What the fuck is that? 0. I give him 0 on this test. What the fuck? Did you ever speak with a French guy in your life? Okay, let me try this side. No, wait, I fucked up. We need to take this. And I had French twice. Maybe the musical voice. But why? I mean, we can also, I don't know, we can. There is another website where you can mix voices. I think is it's Replica Studio. So what we could do, I could really pay a voice artist, right? I could pay a voice artist to record 30 minutes of whatever, and then I could mix with a French accent, and then I could mix that, right, with other voices, so that it gets that cadence somehow. Does it do a Yorkshire? I don't know if it's so specific, you know. I think it may do a UK. I mean, it may do an English, a British versus American. I think it can do it, but I don't think it can go beyond. Like if I, for example, for Italy, if I ask north, south, middle, I don't think it really can. But Scottish, I think Scottish was reasonable, right? Okay, let me say this French.
Bonjour, my dear friends. In the heart of France, we find not only beauty, but a certain je ne sais quoi, a melody that sings through
Yeah, the problem here obviously is that if he's mixing French words, I mean, that's not fair, right? So we should completely exclude the French words because is pronouncing them in French, and so we should only listen to the English words, right, and not to the French ones.
Very souls. Life, it dances with us, inviting us to embrace each moment with love and grace.
It's not bad.
And so I say to you, let us cherish our shared experiences and continue
like
to
shared experiences. I mean, a French person would never say it like that.
create memories that resonate like a sweet chanson in our hearts.
Like sweet chanson, like chanson, you really pronounce it in French. But I mean, obviously, if you take a French word, then that's it. I would say this voice one, better than nothing. But on a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably give it a 3.
Ah, my dear, let me tell you, life in France is like a beautiful waltz. Each step we take, each moment we share, it is a dance.
Share was perfect. Share, right? Because he put the R a bit on the French side, so that was very good accent. But French accent, I mean, wrong obviously if you speak English, but that was very good. But it was the only one
filled with flavor and joy. I have learned so much from my journeys, and I embrace every story with an open heart. Come, let us sit and savor these moments together, like old friends sharing secrets.
I mean, it's there, but it's very little compared to what I was thinking, right? Very little compared to what I was thinking. It's kind of there, but French niece.
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas with thick slabs of blue cheese and maybe a snack for her brother Bob.
It is already way better. Way more French.
We also need a small plastic snake and a big toy frog for the kids. She can scoop these things into 3 red bags, and we will go meet her Wednesday at the train station.
This is already way better, right? But obviously this is a recording of a real French person speaking.
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas, 5 thick slabs of blue cheese, and maybe a snack for her brother Bob. We also need a small plastic snake and a big toy frog for the kids.
Nah, it's not easy to have a French accent actually. I think probably you have to fake it, right? You have to push, because even these people don't have a strong one.
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas, 5 thick slabs of blue cheese, and maybe a snack for her brother Bob. We also need a small plastic snake and a big toy frog for the kids.
They don't freaking do what I want them to do.
Please call Stella. Ask her to...
Here is the guy. Already the beginning is perfect. Already the beginning, this guy is our guy. This guy is our guy. I already, from the first three words, I already feel that this guy is what I was thinking.
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store.
Exactly.
6 spoons of fresh snow peas, 5 thick slabs of blue cheese.
Exactly.
And maybe a snack for her brother Bob. We also need a small plastic snake and a big toy frog for the kids. She can scoop these things into 3 red bags, and we will go meet her Wednesday at the train station.
Exactly. This is the French accent I was looking for. Exactly this guy. Exactly this guy. Now the problem is, how the hell can we right? So there is none of this in the voices that we heard there, right?
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas, 5 thick slabs of blue cheese, and maybe a snack for her brother Bob.
Yeah, this guy, I think he has, again, he's not a super heavy accent, but he's really there. He's really there. You can really feel that, right? How do I like this? The other were really too little, right? Too little. What region is this guy? This guy was I cannot see it. No. It was somewhere in the middle of here. Bordeaux. Bordeaux female.
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas, 5 thick slabs of blue cheese, and maybe a snack for our brother Bob. We also need a small plastic snake and a big toy frog for the kids.
Yeah, this is also
She can
good.
scoop these things into 3 wet bags, and we will go meet her Wednesday at the train station.
Yeah, that is good, for example. It's good. I mean, it's good wrong accent. It's good wrong accent, right? So I don't know. I think okay, so these tools cannot, I can provide them these voices. I can try to speak with them and say, hey guys, I need this. Is there any chance that you improve the tool in that direction? But, or maybe you can just regenerate again. Maybe we get a voice that is actually okay, right?
Ah, my dear, life in France is like a symphony.
each moment a delicate melody waiting to be played. We savor our moments, whether it is enjoying a croissant at a quaint cafe or strolling along the Seine.
Nah, that's not. It's pronouncing in French only the French word, like the Seine, which is the river, right? I mean, okay, or croissant, but I mean, obviously, if you pick a French word, that's cheating. So I would say that we will evaluate the French as bad, like as bad. I mean, French is bad, and in 11 labs is 0 basically. And in Resemble AI, I would say is bad. Okay, let's try other accents. Okay, you want to do the UK one? I mean, on the UK ones, I think they are pretty good because they have a lot of samples. But okay, let's try you want Yorkshire? Yorkshire. Well, we actually said that who's British? Eastern European. The Lemur. The Lemur is British English. So if you want, I can have the Lemur as Yorkshire. Give me. Oh, so what do you want to type? We can use try specifying the region you never know. Yeah, maybe the region. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. So let's say a young boy. Let's try to put boy and see if boy goes a bit. So a young boy from Yorkshire. From Yorkshire with Yorkshire accent. So maybe if I specify twice, I don't know, maybe we're getting better. Maybe we're getting more, Sorry, looks like the prompt may violate our prohibited use policy and has been blocked. Holy shit. What is young boy that you don't like or Yorkshire you don't like? This is what he said. Sorry, it looks like the prompt may violate our prohibit. Yeah, maybe young boy. I don't know. No, I think it's Yorkshire twice. I think they really don't like people from Yorkshire. It's Yorkshire that is prohibited. It's Yorkshire. Cannot have it. I'm sorry. Let me try to explain it. Let me try to do more text. Maybe there is not enough text. A young boy of I don't know how to describe a voice really. A young boy. A young happy. Let's put happy. A young happy boy from Yorkshire in England. I don't know. Maybe we'll pick up. I don't know. Yorkshire seems to be a banned word. I don't know what the hell. Bro, it's insane. I mean, what is this prohibited use? Do not threaten child safety. Okay, maybe boy cannot be used. Okay, you cannot have a boy. Okay, maybe that's the point. Okay, let's remove boy. Yeah, but it's a I mean, we can say a young man then. I don't know. Maybe the problem is boy. So a young happy man. A young happy man. Yes, it's working. So the problem was boy.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
Zero accent. This freaking 11 labs has 0. You can tell me because you are from there, but to me, you sound just like a generic British, not even British.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way.
Better.
What a sight that would be.
That is better. The second one is better. Let's see the third one.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
I think the second one is not bad, but...
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
Yeah, this sounds British to me, but I'm Italian, so... Let me try... Second is okay. Yeah, exactly. I felt the same. No, I don't have to copy this. It's a pity because British can be pretty strong accent, so I really want strong accents. That's my point, right? I really want strong accents, and for characters, for video game characters, is fantastic if you have a strong accent, right? A young happy man from Yorkshire in England. Maybe England is making it less strong. Maybe I can just say. The problem is that I'm finishing my credits, right? So I have to, well, we can pay anyway, but I'm finishing my credits. So I cannot generate forever, man, without paying. I'm just trying to choose one service and then obviously I will pay and we will generate on it, right? But we can also use multiple services, but I mean, if what did we say? I think we said that the Indian was the only one that was good at the moment. The Scottish was good on the Resemble AI, and the Indian was good. The Spanish was bad. The Italian was mixed and bad. The French was bad. I think they may be good on the Eastern Europe, like Romanian or Hungary or Ukrainian or. I don't want to use any Russian, fuck Russia, but yeah, let's try this way. Okay, let's try this Yorkshire here. Usually this website is better on accent, so I'm hoping that it's better.
Hey up, how's it going? I'm absolutely chuffed to bits to share a bit of Yorkshire charm with you.
Wow.
You know, there's now quite like the rolling hills and friendly faces round our way. I love a good natter, especially over a night.
This one is very strong to me, at least for what I can hear, is very strong accent to me.
This cup of tea is the little things that bring us together, eh? So, let's crack on, share some stories, and make some grand memories together. What do you reckon?
That's stories. Okay, let's hear voice number 2.
Hey up, love. It's grand to see a friendly face round here, ain't it? Life's too short to be aught but happy, so I say let's crack on with a good laugh and enjoy every moment. You know, there's now quite like a wander through to Yorkshire Dales to lift the spirits, and a warm cup of tea to warm the soul. So,
anyways, is extremely better Resemble compared to 11 Labs in terms of accents. I mean, here we can find some accents, right? I mean, he's cheating a bit because he's using certain words, right, that are specifically that are pushing more in that direction, right? So he's used, like for the French one, was using French words. I feel that here he's using also some words that but it's pretty good.
Let's embrace the joy and spread a bit of Yorkshire charm, shall we?
Shall we?
Hey up, me duck. Ain't it a grand day to be out and about? Nothing quite like the fresh air of Yorkshire moors to put a spring in your step, eh? Why don't we pop down to the village fete, grab a cuppa, and have a good old natter with the neighbours? You just can't beat the warmth of community and all the cheery faces. That's what makes life here so special. So, what do that say? Let's make some happy memories together.
This one, in certain parts, I could not understand. So it means that, I don't know, I was using like this hey up or whatever. So I was using some words that my brain was not translating immediately, right? So at the beginning, mainly.
Hey up, me duck. Ain't it?
What is saying? Hey up, we duck. We are a duck. What is saying? Hey up, we duck. What do you mean we duck?
Grand day to be out and about. Nothing quite like.
What is it? What is that? Hey up, me duck. What is that? Anyway, yeah, they're cheating a bit, but I would say that the me duck is like my friend. Okay, me duck. Me duck is kind of funny. Okay. So I don't know if Yorkshire, England is let me see geographically. Oh wow. You have that? You have that building in Yorkshire, England? A Cathedral of York. Yorkshire is here. York is here. Ah, it's already way north. Yeah, so, but if I do Scottish, Edinburgh, Glasgow. Scottish is very recognizable. And we did it and it was kind of good. So let's try, let's try an area here or here. Or we can also do London, but London I think would be Liverpool. Let's see if we can do like this Plymouth. Do you say Plymouth or Plymouth? Plymouth? Birmingham. But I think you can do British, and we don't have to go. We don't have to.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of God's coming our way. What a sight that would be.
0.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of God's coming our way. What a sight that would be.
0.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of God's coming our way. What a sight that would be.
Slightly better, but bro, we are miles away. Now, okay, let's try this one.
Oh, what a treat to see you. Down here in Plymouth, life's an adventure, and I dive right in with a grin. From the breathtaking coasts to the vibrant harbors, mate, there's no better place to soak in the sun and the smiles. I'm all about bringing folks together, sharing a laugh or two, 'cause life's too short not to revel in these joys. So, how about we take a walk by the sea?
I don't know, you tell me, but I find them very plain.
Ah, the sea has always put a spring in me step, it has. Growing up in Plymouth, you're never far from the call of the waves. And I've got more than a few tales of seaside mischief. I tell you, there's no better feeling than the sun on your face and the sound of gulls overhead. But it's the people that...
Oh, it's an absolutely splendid day here in Plymouth, isn't it? The sea's as sparkling as 1,000 diamonds, and I'm just buzzing with joy. I can't help but soak in the vibrant energy of this beautiful coastal city. Life's a grand adventure, and I love sharing...
I don't know, I find it... But anyway, I think you can do... I think if I say British and I get London or whatever, I think you can do it. I think we will not be short on British accent, because it's... I think they have plenty of samples. And anyway, the Yorkshire one was cool, so I think we can... But, I mean, on the... So we will say British good, but on the 11 labs, we say British what? British 0? I mean, it was bad. British on the 11 lab site was very bad. Was very bad. Okay, then we need what? We need American English, Southern American English. But I would like to try Eastern Europe, because Eastern Europe, fallback, German, Scottish. Yeah, because we said that, yeah. Let me see these samples, because I think these samples are kind of good. These are the samples that I selected.
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store.
Wow.
6 spoons of fresh snow peas, 5 thick slabs of blue cheese.
Okay, this guy has an accent. Murphy, I tried it actually, but I excluded it because he doesn't have any. Is it at the bottom? It doesn't have any custom voice design, so you cannot say, "Please generate a voice." Then you generate a voice, you save it, and you reuse the same voice for the same character. It doesn't do that. You can use predefined voices, and so like maybe for Eastern Europe you have 3 predefined voices and you have to use only those 3. While here, I don't know if it's true or not because we didn't test it enough, but it looks like you are generating a new voice, and then when you select the voice, you put it in your library and you can speak as much as you want with that voice, which is exactly what we need for our game, right? So this website are more thinking. So they really have voice design. Synthesia, I don't know. I can try that. We can try it. We can even try it now. But it was not mentioned on the good ones. So Synthesia seems to be a video editor. Turn text to video? No, I want to turn text to audio, not to video. I mean, it's mostly video. I think we. As video. No, I'm not even gonna try, because if I have to create a video and then extract the audio, I mean, nah. Okay, so Eastern Europe. Let's try to say Eastern Europe generically and see what it does, okay? So let's say an old woman from Eastern Europe. An old woman from Eastern Europe.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of God's coming our way. What a sight that would be.
Pretty bad, I would say. 11 Labs is really not capable of doing accents. I mean, I got it by now.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of God's coming our way. What a sight that would be.
Oh my god, this voice, I want to take a shotgun. I mean, it's so annoying.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of God's coming our way. What a sight that would be.
Oh my god. Okay.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of God's coming our way.
What the fuck? Is this
What a
Eastern
sight
Europe?
that would be.
Is this Eastern Europe to you?
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of God's coming our way. What a sight that would be.
What is this? Let's try Ukraine. I don't know if he has Ukraine. I mean, the best would be to say Russia, but I don't want to use Russia in my life ever again until they fucking stop the war. So I think Russian is very recognizable, but Ukraine would be the same. I mean, we can do Polish, right? But Polish is actually different. We said German, but German is also different. The problem is that if I do Ukrainian, at the end it will sound Russian, and I don't want any character in my game sound Russian, actually. That's a good point. We can do... we can do, because we said Eastern Europe, but Eastern Europe, Portuguese, we have the Spanish. We have the Spanish, which is the, with the Spanish, the Noltrir, right? The Noltrir are Spanish. Spanish and Portuguese, I would say, yeah, it's not the same, but yeah, it's not the same actually, but. Okay, let's try German. Let's try German. German instead of Eastern Europe. Let's try German. Diaboli. Diaboli will be German. It's pretty fun, by the way, when they will be from Germany. With an old woman from Germany with a blunt attitude and strong voice. Go. Go. I can try Portuguese.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
Bro. It's also true that in this phrase, I don't have many R's, right? I have how are you? I have our way. But anyway, I didn't feel any accent in this.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
Why speaking so quick? Why this sample now is speaking fast? I don't know. Because it's strong voice and so.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
No, anyway. These guys have no idea of accents. I mean, this 11 Labs is completely fucked. I mean, is if you want accent, they probably did it by purpose. Maybe they want cleaner voices without accent, which makes sense. Maybe for commercials, we don't want someone to sound German or Spanish or British, but is not good for us. So German is completely zero to me. Okay, let's hear this one.
Listen, young one. In my day, we didn't have time for nonsense. We faced challenges head-on with grit and determination. But don't mistake my sternness for lack of care. It is out of love that I speak plainly. Remember, wisdom comes not from avoiding life's storms, but by weathering them with courage. Now, let's have a cup of tea and talk about what truly matters.
Let's have a cup of tea. Exactly. This is how. Let's have a cup of tea. Yeah, a bit of that. I mean, I think it's there. The German accent is there. It's not perfect, but it's there.
You know, in my day, we didn't have time for all this nonsense. We worked hard and we spoke the truth, whether you liked it or not. So, listen carefully when I tell you. Life
when
is
I
far
tell
too
you. Yeah,
short
exactly. That is pretty good, actually. I think he has a bit of that.
for dishonesty. Be direct, be strong, and don't waste your time worrying about what others think.
I think it's okay. I mean, it's not strong, but it's there.
Ah, listen here, young one. I've seen many winters, and I don't have time for frivolous chit-chat. If you want to succeed, you must work hard and never take shortcuts. That's the German way. Remember, strength doesn't come from avoiding challenges. It comes from facing them head on. Now, let's get moving. Life's too short to waste on hesitation.
Anyway, so. I mean, there is a bit of the, in some words, that it was there, like voice number 2, there were some moment it was there, but very little.
You know, in my day, we didn't have time for all this nonsense. We worked hard and we
like nonsense. I think it's not. I think it's good.
Spoke the truth, whether you liked it or not. So listen carefully when I tell you.
Listen carefully. Carefully is very good, actually. Carefully is very German. I want to speak German. So I mean, Not super convincing, but not bad. So what should we say? We should say okay or so. I mean, I would not say good, but German, let's say okay, but from there to, from there to what we want. I mean, okay, let me give you an example. Dota, do you play Dota? Dota Pangolier, right? Voice lines. Dota Pangolier voice lines. Wow, 56 minutes of that. French, right? French.
Hold that thought. Before we get carried away, we do not need to take this all the way. Wait, I nearly forgot. Where am I going with this?
Fantastic! That is absolutely 100% French.
Coup de grâce! You do not matter. Let us dance.
You do not matter. The meta is absolutely French.
You are mine. Parry this. Piercing blows. Face me. Blade up. Dodge this. Rapier roulette. To the pain.
Well, I mean, he's also saying some French word in between, right? So, but...
Oh-ho! Got you! Thought you got away? Down you go! You broke my fall perfectly! Sirs!
You broke my fall perfectly! So, yeah, so this is what I need. This is what I need. This is what I need. I need this. I need this. I need this. I mean, on certain characters, maybe a bit less. But this is what I need.
Sorry. Watch it? Haha! Never! A little boost. Consider it a gift. Armor always has its cracks. Oh, you're limping. That does not look good. I will...
Where does that come from? Is a Dota character. Is a Dota character with a French accent. Dota 2, you know Dota 2? No? Is a game. And probably not, otherwise you will know this character. So, but I mean, there are... I mean, if you take any Overwatch character, right? Let me take Mauga. Let me take Pharah. Let me take Pharah. Overwatch Pharah. Overwatch Pharah. Voice lines.
Fly like an Egyptian. Play nice, play Farah. Sorry, but I need to jet. I've got you on my radar.
You hear how strong is the accent? Is insane, right? But this is what really characterizes a character at the end, right?
Justice reigns from above.
Oh man, this one. When she does that, there's a lot of missiles coming down.
We are in this together. I will fight by your side. Fall back and regroup. Let's defend as one. Hostiles eliminated.
So I mean, this is what I need, and I mean, if the only solution is to hire a voice actor with an accent, I mean, I would do it. But the problem is that we have hundreds of NPC, right? And if I cannot generate it, I mean, it's basically impossible, right? It's basically impossible. I will never be able to do them all, right? I mean, I can do the most iconic that we have in the game, like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, right? I can take like the main blacksmith, you know, the main magic trainer, the main... I mean, I could do that, but it's a bit of a pity because then... I mean, even the French, right? The French we said okay, but no, the French we said bad. Yeah, the French was not there. The only one that was good was the Indian, the Scottish. Indian and Scottish, I think were okay, and the British a bit, but everything else was really bad. Okay, let's try the Asian ones, right? The Asian, Arabic and Asian. I think Asian should be very easy to do, hopefully. But we should do Chinese or Japanese. I think it would be nice to have Japanese, but... So, let's say a middle-aged man from Japan with a respectful voice. I don't know if respectful really makes sense, but it's more a respectful tone, I guess. But Asian are our cat people, the Enkidukai.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
0. Absolutely 0.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
That sounds German to me, but anyway, is already a bit better. The second one is slightly better.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
But it's really not Asian. It's more on the German side, but it's fine. We found a German. We found a bit of a German one saying Japan.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way.
0.
What a sight. Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
Okay, the second one is slightly better, but very mild.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
Okay, let's see this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor.
Oh my god. Bro, this one definitely has the accent. Okay, this one is insane.
That I stand up before you today. We are gathered here, bound by a shared respect and a common purpose. Let us proceed together with humility and understanding, embracing the spirit of harmony. Your presence is truly cherished, and I look forward to the wisdom we will share. Thank you for your valuable time and attention.
Okay, there is a bit too much. There is a bit too much, but I would say that definitely this one has the accent, right? This one really has the accent. That's insane. Okay, voice number 2.
Thank you for joining me today. It is a great honor to share this moment with you as we explore the beauty of understanding and mutual respect.
Well,
our traditions teach us the importance of harmony.
This one doesn't. But the first one was insane, bro.
In life, we find meaning not merely in success.
Not nearly. This one also is very good.
But in the way we treat each other. Let us walk the path of harmony, understanding the beauty in every moment.
Fantastic,
The
fantastic.
strength of our character
Fantastic.
is revealed in
Character.
our kindness.
On our character.
Let us embrace each day with gratitude and compassion.
And compassion. Okay, I would say Japanese completely approved. Like insane. Even too much. But Japanese, bro? Wow. Japanese, I would say the best. Japanese, absolutely the best. Japanese 0, yeah. Now, the question would be, can you really create different voice? Are these voices really different, right? Because we have probably like 50 different Enkidukai, which is our cat people characters, right? We have like 50 or so, and we will have more and more. So the question here, are these voices different enough between each other so that if we regenerate, we find the right one, or we always find the same one, right? So that I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies, is basically saying ladies instead of ladies.
It is with a great honor.
Is it with a great honor? Honor is honor. Honor.
That I stand before you today. We are gathered here, bound by a shared respect.
By shared respect. I love this line. I love this voice. It's absolutely insane. I have to save it. Can I save it? Just to have a laugh. No, I cannot do it. I cannot do it, but I cannot save it. But yeah, basically the idea is that you save that voice, right? When you get it, and then you you use it over and over and over. Uh-oh, I think I clicked something and your build to finish. Now, can you just restart from where I was? I understand I clicked the wrong button, but okay, here. That's racist. It's a racist thinking. No, accent is super nice. It's not racist. It's to enhance the differences, you know. Different is good. Difference is good. Yeah, but definitely this Resemble AI is good on accent. I mean, it's really good on accent. It's really good on accent. Now, on certain ones. On other ones, no. Like with that. So Japanese, I would say Japanese we can do Chinese. Chinese. Yeah, let's do Chinese. Let's do Chinese. So a young woman with a Chinese accent, scared. Let's try an emotion, right? Scared and trembling. Let's try an emotion and see. And see here what we get. Here I'm using always the same text because actually I can use the same text, but on the other side we cannot.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
Bro, I mean... What? Huh? What?
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
The only correct part is young woman. I mean, it's the only correct part. Everything else is wrong.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
No, I mean, maybe the prompt is not correct. I don't know. Maybe the prompt should be different. I don't know. I give them that. Maybe there is a way to say.
Please, you have to listen to me. I don't know where they took him. I just need to find my brother. I know it is dangerous, but I cannot just leave him there. Every second counts. Please, help me.
Not bad, but the Chinese accent was a bit lower, but compared to the Japanese was insane.
I don't know if I can do this. Every step feels like I'm walking on thin ice. My heart is racing, and my hands, they won't stop shaking. I just hope, somehow.
There is no accent here.
I don't know what's happening, but I'm really scared. Please, we need to find a safe place now. Something is coming. I can feel it. We have to stick together. Don't leave me, please.
We completely lost the accent, but the scared and trembling is very good. The scared and trembling is very nice. The scared is very nice. I mean, obviously change the text, right? But I think he really does it. So I would say scared, good. On this one, 0. Scared, like no way. Maybe there are certain keywords you need to use, right? If you don't catch the right, if you don't hit the right keyword, but sad, good, scared, 0. I mean, scared was really 0. Old, okay. Old was okay. Save a voice for later use, yes and yes. So here you can save the voice for later use. So okay, so I think with Japanese maybe we can try Korean, but I think Asian we will be able to cover it, right? Asian, I think we will be able to cover it. American English, Southern American. So let's try Southern American and see how it sounds. A relaxed man with American Southern accent. That's racist. Yeah, I know. Exactly.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
Okay, now the problem I have is that that this sounds to me normal English because I learned my English mostly from American, so probably is correct then, right? It's probably correct, but I have a hard time distinguish it from...
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
I think that the problem is that this sounds like American generic. It doesn't sound like American South, right?
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
I mean, for sure I can recognize that this is not British. This is not like London thingy, but it seems to me a very plain English. So this 11 labs is always normalizing, basically removing all the accents. Let's see this one that hopefully is better.
Well, howdy, y'all. Take a seat, get comfortable. We're just here to enjoy the sweet, slow pace of life. Ain't no rush around these parts. Now, let me tell you, there's nothing quite like sitting on the porch, sipping some sweet tea, and listening to the...
It is so much better, by the way. Some of the vowels are really much open, and it really sounds different.
Crickets as the sun goes down. So, if you've got a story to share, or just want to pass the time, you just go right ahead.
Yeah,
we got all the time in the world, friend.
Is much better.
Well now, how are y'all doing today? It's a real pleasure to have you here with us, sitting and sipping that sweet tea, enjoying the warm breeze on this fine evening. You know, there's nothing quite like these moments where we can all gather round and share stories under the stars. So, take a load off, stay a while, and let's enjoy each other's company. 'Cause around here, everybody's welcome.
Take a load off? What the fuck is that? What? Take a load off? Doesn't sound very right to me, but okay. It means sit down and relax. Okay. 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 That sounded very different to me, but okay. Third one.
Well now, ain't life something? Sitting here on
and life something. Exactly. This is how it should be, no? And life something. This is how it should be.
Porch, watching the world go by. I reckon there's nothing quite like the peace and quiet of a southern afternoon.
And a southern afternoon.
Sun's shining just right.
Okay, let's say that Resemble AI is winning like 10-1 on accents compared to 11 Labs, like 10-1. I mean, there's no way. This one was way better. South American good. Here we go. South American 0. South American 0. Okay, so okay, let's try. I think we covered all the one that we wanted to cover, right? Okay, let me try Russian, even if I don't want to. Can we take a region that is not Russia that speaks like let me see the world map. Let me see the world map. I don't even want to type Russia. This motherfucker waging war on smaller countries. Fuck you. Google Maps. The problem is that if we go Estonia, sorry, this is in Italian, so you see the names in Italian. Romania, but Romania is different. Romania, I think we can try Romania, but the accent I think is very different. And Polish also is very different. So unfortunately, It's freaking Russia. Is all this part of the world? So Kazakhstan. Let me hear 1 second on the Kazakhstan. Click on a continent. Nah, it is too complex. Can I browse and then search Kazakhstan? They only have 4.
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas, 5 thick slabs of blue cheese, and maybe a snack for her brother Bob. We also need a small plastic snake and a big toy frog for the kids.
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas. 5...
Why you went to study English in London if you then are submitting a sample for an accent website? Huh?
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas, 5 thick slabs.
I think in Kazakhstan they speak English too well. Kazakhstan, because if you go down here, it's very different. Like Turkey is not really sounding the way I want it to sound. We can try Ukraine, but we can try Ukraine. Ukraine.
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas.
I don't know. Sometimes I think that accents, the way we think about them, are just stereotypes, and people don't really speak like that, right?
Please call Stella.
Ah, here it is. Here it is.
Ask her to bring those things with her from store. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas, 5 sticks, slabs of blue cheese, and maybe...
This one is pretty good. I mean, she cannot read English well, but the accent is definitely there. Yeah, I think we can try to see what happens with Ukraine. Relaxed. Happy. I want Ukraine to be happy, so we'll be a happy Ukrainian man with Ukraine. Do you think he understands Ukrainian or he understands Ukraine? I don't know. Where is the... Yeah. But I already know that 11 Labs will not do it, so I'm just generating, but it's not doing it at all. I know it's not doing it.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
I like the way he speaks, though. He's a different character, really. Like he has a bit of a spin, right, in the way he talks. So, I mean, it's a kind of a characterized voice.
Hi, how are you today?
How are you today?
I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
How are you today? We can work together today, and maybe we can take an ice cream. It's not bad.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
Hi, how are you today? I look at the sky to see any sign of gods coming our way. What a sight that would be.
Let's say that emotions, right? Emotions on this website seems to be good. I don't know if it's better than the other, but anyway, emotions are usually very vivid, right? Accent is null. Only one. Why only one? I think we finished our...
Ah, my friends, what a beautiful day it is today. Yes, the sun is shining, the
Very
birds
nice.
are singing, and our hearts are full of happiness. Life is a wonderful journey, filled with laughter and joy, and I am here to share this happiness with you. Let's embrace each moment with a smile on our face and love in our hearts.
Very
Together,
nice.
we can make any day a celebration.
Very nice. Very nice. I mean, not exaggerated, but very, very, very nice. So we go again, Ukrainian on 11 labs 0. Ukrainian 0, while on this one I would say good. I would say good. The only problem is that he generated only one voice, and this scares me a bit. Is this really the only voice that he has, or what? Let me do something. Let me try to regenerate and see if we get a different sample. Because if we don't get a different sample, then it's kind of scary. How can I record that? I have to select. I have to select this, no?
Ah, my friends, what a beautiful day it is today. Yes, the sun is shining, the birds are singing, and our hearts are full of happiness. Life is a wonderful journey, filled with laughter and joy, and I am here to share this happiness with you. Let's embrace each moment with a smile on our face and love in our hearts. Together,
I think it sounds a bit more polished to me, right? So it's between Poland and but it's not bad. Let's try to regenerate and see if he gives us the same voice, because the fact that he only extracted one is a bit scary. Like, maybe all this time we were tricked, right? And actually they are not generating the voice, they are reusing voices of distinct people. Take a load. Yeah, he said take a load off. I don't know. But I know that in English, you know, if you add a small, how do you say, like off, up, down, whatever, off, you know, everything changes. The meaning is changing completely. Okay, this time he generated 3 voices.
oh, what a wonderful day it is, my friends. The sun is shining so brightly it feels like a warm
Is it the same guy?
Friends, what a beautiful day it is today.
No,
Yes,
it's a bit different.
friends,
I mean, it's
what
similar,
a
but-
beautiful day it is today.
It's a bit different, but I mean, it's similar, but it's different.
Friends, what a beautiful day it is today. Yes, friends, what
Bro, can you remove this thing, please?
Friends, what a beautiful day it is today. Yes, the sun is shining, the birds are singing, and our hearts are full of happiness. Oh, what a beautiful day it is, my dear friends. Life is full of color and music, and I am so grateful to share it with you. Let us embrace every moment.
It's not bad, it's not bad, it's not bad.
Oh, my friends, what a beautiful day to be alive. I tell you, in Ukraine, we know how to celebrate every moment, yes? Life is like a dance, full of joy, laughter.
Anyway, it's good. I would say it's not perfect. It's not exactly what I want, but considering that I can generate as many lines as I want with that voice is good, right? So I mean, this will help me so much, right? This will help me so much compared to, you know, search like 20 different Ukrainian voiceover artist, right? So, and then whenever the text in our game changes, I have to go back and to that artist and say, hey, can you please record like these 2 lines more? So, okay, let me save this because I think it's sometime I'm not saving this. I don't want this to time out. Let me just copy this maybe. Can I copy this table please somehow? No, cannot. Copy. Okay, I copied. If I save, what happens? Don't time out, please. Okay, I didn't. Okay, I think we can write to this, guys. Is there a way? I mean, this is not a huge company, right? It is a reasonably small company. I think I can write to them. Report a bug, feature request, general feedback. Give your idea name. General feedback. Is there a way to contact them directly? I mean, to really speak with them? Do they have a Discord or something? Assemble AI. Do they have a website? I mean, a Discord or something? No, They have a service for Discord. But anyway, if we want to use this website, we are already covering a lot of the voices, right? A lot of the voices. So we are covering. So let me say Indian good, Scottish good, German okay, Japanese the best, South America good, Ukrainian good. So in British is not listed here, British good, right? So we are already covering a lot. Now they are not. Yeah, but anyway, I think we can use this website, guys. I think we can just buy the credits. I don't know how much it costs, but I looked at it already. It's not crazy. I mean, it's like for like 100 hours is like 20 euro, 30 euro. I mean, it's very, very, very reasonable, right? It's very reasonable. It's very reasonable. And maybe when you buy it, probably. You also get, right? You also get more features. That's possible. But I would say the voices are good enough. Now, is there any other? Now we have one problem, right? And the one problem is the one with the crane. The crane is a race made of stone. Well, actually silicon, but anyway, it's like a stone creature, right? And I would like the voice of that race, right, to sound very, very special, right? Very special. But so basically what I need a filter, and they have American English. They have American English with a filter, right? With a metallic. I don't know if it's a metallic filter or what, but I need a software that is able to create this filter. I tried to ask ChatGPT about it, but it didn't really give me a good. a good answer, because he gave me a software that actually I tried, which is called vinyl, which is adding a bit of background noise, like if you are playing an old vinyl. But it's not doing what I want. So I try to use this as a background, but it's not really working. No, sorry, not this. Rock on rock scrape. No, the other one. Sorry, not rock on rock scrape. This is rock sliding. Exactly. So if we could have, right, if we could have this in the voice, that would be insane. Have you seen Lovo AI? Yes, Lovo AI, I've seen it. But actually I didn't list it. I don't remember why. But let's look at it a second. I think I seen it. What was the problem here? Or it was asking my credit card immediately, or there was another. Yeah, you see, I'm already in. I think the problem was production untitled. Yeah, you see, I already created a project. But yeah, let's list it in our table actually. But I think it's a no because it doesn't generate voices. It's just picking existing voices. Which, by the way, Lovo AI goes on Jenny. I don't know, but welcome to Jenny. Unleash the creativity. Change voice. Yeah, you see, when you do change voice, it's just going on people, right? It's not generating the voice. It's asking you to select a guy. Like this is Italian, for example.
Cerchi la voce perfetta? Allora sono la tua migliore opzione.
This guy's speaking in Italian though. Yeah, so the problem is that they don't understand accents, right? So you can have an Italian guy speaking Italian, a Chinese guy speaking Chinese, but you cannot have a Chinese guy speaking English.
你在尋找完美的聲音嗎？那我就是你。
You see? So there is cloning. Yeah, cloning, every site does cloning. But cloning means that I need a person. I need a real person that speaks English for 30 minutes, donates his voice to us, and then we use it, right? And then we use it forever. But well, AI generator, what is this? AI generator, no, this one is generating images. Sound effects. Nah, this thing is generating. I don't think it's doing what we want, because text to speech, you know, there is only, let me see, pronunciation. Wait a second. Create and manage the pronunciation of words such a name. No, but it's still within the language. Yeah. Well, that is good though, because at least certain words, right, you can say, oh, this one is pronounced this way or that way. But no, this thing is in the list of the no, because it's in the list of what happened here? Oh, fucked up. But it's good that we put it in the list, but it's definitely a no. Is Lovo AI. So this custom voice design through prompt, no, only predefined, right? So that is the, for me, that's a requirement. If they don't have the possibility to generate voices through prompt and save the voices, it's not possible. It's not possible. I think Resemble is pretty good. Before I forget, let's send anyway a feedback to these guys, right? Request a feature, report a bug, general feedback. Request a feature. Accent, more accent. Hi. We are making a game. We are making a video game, and we really need accents for our characters to make them more special and fun. Your software is beating everyone else on accents, right? I tried many of them, but not on all the accents. That is my, so in particular for Spanish, Italian, French, Italian, and French. In particular for Spanish, Italian, and French, the accents are not there. Are just not there. Are just not there, or so mild to be barely recognizable. While on Indian, Scottish, British, Indian, Scottish, British, German, Japanese, South American, Scottish, Japanese, and more are very good. Can you please let me know if you can improve Spanish, Italian, French, Spanish, Italian, and French. Can I sub, because what I can do, I can pay some voice actors, and then I can feed them, right? I can feed them those things, and then maybe you can put it in their software. Can I submit to you voices with accent in those languages, and you add it, or can you? Also, I have another question. Are the voices really generated, or using pre-recorded one? I mean, what I mean, this phrase is not coming out properly. What I want to ask is basically if the generation is capable of generating really different voices with the same accent, right? So how many, yeah, maybe the question is, another question is how many different voices you think your software can generate with the same accent. Example, we need 50 different French sounding voices. Is that possible, or will those all sound the same after maybe 5 or so? Okay, I hope they listen. I hope they listen. There is not a very big company. I checked their financials and things, and they got some investment for about 10 millions, 10, 12 millions from investors to push the company in this direction. While, for example, if you take 11 Labs, they have like investment for 250 million. So is a completely different size. It is 1 to 10 or 1 to 20 size. And I understand 11 Labs is probably the reference at this point, right? For voice acting. I know. I mean, I think it's pretty good, but for accents is horrible. UI. Let me try. AI. Create AI voice to understand emotional expression. What they have to be built for? They have to be built for video games, because if they are built for commercials, or news, they all speak the same, right? They speak like the perfect English with nice voice, perfect tone and such. But we don't need that. We need characterized people. So we need people that are speaking badly. That are speaking, I don't know, it would be nice to have a guy with a lisp, or we have a guy with a cracked voice, or have a guy with, so characters are characters. So you need people to have a weird way of speaking, right? The more weird, the better. Well, without exaggerating, but for us, the more special is the voice, even if it's not a nice voice, but it's like a special voice. That's better. For me, it's better because I can really characterize the character. So depends what they have, right? So, but let's see. Text to speech, speech to speech. I never understood what is speech to speech. So you talk and they, talk to our personality. Whimsy, Cora, aura, speed, femininity, expressivity, Python, API, pitch. What? Hello. To begin your conversation, select a voice. Hello. Tell me your best thing.
Hey, my best thing is having thoughtful conversations that actually help people feel better. What's on your mind today?
Can your software actually create voices that are different from each other, or does it work with predefined voices?
I understand you're curious about how my voice works. Actually, I'm a conversational interface designed to have thoughtful exchanges, but I don't generate voice output myself. I work with speech to text and text to speech systems. What's got you interested in AI voices?
Didn't understand the question. Didn't understand the question. Randomize. Joy, anger, disgust. So I think these guys are good with emotions probably, but... Okay, but let's try. A Gen Z TikTok fashion influencer with a rich, soothing, energetic voice? No. A medieval blacksmith. Wait, I typed it wrong. Medieval blacksmith. I will have to go soon, by the way. A medieval blacksmith with a French accent. Script. My anvil is smiling today. We got a new shipping of precious metal, of high quality metal, and I will forge the helm that can slay that troll. I want it in. No, it changed my text. Fuck you. No. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Look at my anvil today. It will speak by itself when used with this precious I don't know, iron we got from the valley. I will forge an helm to slay any monster. Generate. You can specify accents and stuff. Okay, let's see. So I have to redo all the tests with this guy? No!
Look at my anvil today. It will speak by itself. When used with this precious iron we got from the valley, I will forge an helm to slay any monster.
Not bad. Not too bad for a French.
Look at my anvil today. It will speak by itself. When used with this precious iron we got from the valley, I will forge an helm to slay any monster.
Not bad.
Look at my anvil today. It will speak by itself when used with this precious iron we got from the valley. I will forge an helm to slay any monster.
Well, the third one was not too good, but voice 1 and voice 2 were not bad. Spanish. Let's try the ones that we didn't get good results with the others, right?
Look at my anvil today. It will speak by itself when used with this precious iron we got from the valley. I will forge an helm to slay any monster.
Yes and no.
Look at my anvil today. It will speak by itself when used with this precious iron we got from the valley. I will forge an helm to slay any monster.
No.
Look at my anvil today. It will speak by itself when used with this precious iron we got from the valley. I will forge an helm to slay any monster.
There is a bit of that. I mean, he has a bit of accent, actually. He has a bit of accent. So if I save this voice, then what happens? Okay. Get my email. We cannot find an account associated with this email. Well, because I just registered. Video games. Video games, my friend. Spanish text. Medieval blacksmith, Spanish accent, voice design. So after I do this, then what can I do? Playground, info, created, playground, type something, acting instruction. It's pretty good though, eh? It's not bad. Eh? Thank you for pointing it to me. Because so now we have our voice, right? Hey, It's me, the same blacksmith you heard before. Let me just do this a second.
Look at my anvil today. It will speak by itself when used with this precious iron we got from the valley. I will forge an helm to slay any monster.
Okay, let's see if this is the same guy.
Hey, it's me, the same blacksmith you heard before.
Not really. I mean, it's yes and no.
Look at my anvil today. It will speak by itself when used with this precious iron we got. Hey, it's me, the same blacksmith you heard before.
I mean, it's similar, but it's not exactly, right? But I think it's probably acceptable. I mean, it's not too bad. But yeah, okay, guys. Anyway, I have to go. I don't know if I will stream this afternoon much because I actually have an appointment with a friend. We're gonna do some stuff together tonight. So, but maybe I can stream between between 2 and 4. I don't know, something like that. So if you see me again, you see me again in 1 hour. And I think we can do more tests. I think we can add this Hume AI in our list of the ones that actually are capable of saving voices and creating custom voices. We will have to test better the accents because actually the Spanish was a bit weak, right? But maybe there are better ways, right? So, but I will add it to the list. I will add it here. Hume AI, right? And definitely he has a custom voice design. That is a yes, because you can design it through a prompt. But then we will have to test better all the languages and all the emotions and everything, right? Also, I would like to understand this company a bit more about them, if they actually exist or they don't. No, I mean they exist, but I wanted to see if oh, I don't have the website anymore. I had a website where I could search for the financials of the I think I did it with what? I did it with I did it with Reverb Studio. No, what is the name? With Replica Studios. And from Replica Studios, I got a nice website. Yeah, CB Insight, I think it was. Yeah, CB Insight. And this company is called Hume AI. There it is. Founded in 21. They raised the 68 millions. Yeah, I would say they are kind of solid enough. I mean, they are like okay, solid. So we may now, because I don't want this company to disappear tomorrow, right? And maybe we do stuff with them and then they disappear. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. Maybe we see each other in 1 hour. If not, we see each other Sunday around 4 p.m. European time. Okay? Bye. See you. Oh, I didn't change the thing, the wall. I mean, we should have gone to this scene, but fine. Okay.